Let's see. Can you do 3 months?
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Uvazayanam.
Namo Uvazayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahanam.
Namo Loe Sabba Shahanam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukara.
Sarvapavakvanashano.
Shavvapa Vappanashano.
Manglanam cha Sarvesim.
Mangalanam cha Sarveshim.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Who knows the daily prayer? Okay, that's it.
O Dada Bhagwan, please give me an infinite inner strength such that I never compromise on health, so that my body as an instrument will always be helpful to me in accomplishing my life goals of studies and satsang. I will remain absolutely sincere in studies. I will always stay away from bad company and bad habits. And whatever happens, please shower your divine grace and blessing such that I never ever miss my satsang. May I use my mind, speech, body, instrument, and my soul, that is all my resources, to oblige others, which is the best religion. I will remain sincere, more and pure in mind, speech, and body, in all my dealings with self and everyone in life, so that I become a man of personality, power excellent, exactly like Dada Bhagwan. Jai Satchidanand.
Yeah, it is very good. Who knows the study prayer? Okay, again. Go ahead.
Oh, Dada Bhagwan, I am determined to break all the barriers, obstacles, and obstructions that come to me in studying and understanding. Please shower your divine grace and break the walls of my vision and give me that infinite strength to make my learning the best. Jai Satchidanand.
Yeah, it's very good. Okay, anybody remember the homework? Okay, let's see.
Why were you selfish this week, and what is real and what is relative?
Okay. You do your homework?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't selfish this week. I wasn't selfish at all this week. But the difference between real and relative is real is like the pure soul, something that will never die. It will just keep on going and going and going. While relative is something that's mortal, it will end someday, like the human body, relatives, relationships, stuff like that.
So health is relative?
Yes, technically speaking, but the soul inside me is not relative.
The sofa relative?
The soul is relative, yeah.
Is mama relative?
Yeah.
What is real?
The soul inside everyone and everything.
Okay, very good. But that's it.
Yeah, I was not selfish in the last week. And yeah, real is something that lasts forever, and relative is something that doesn't last forever. So like Betsy said, body, and then real is soul.
Push.
Like I was selfish one day on like school when there was like art class, and like I had a bunch of colors and some people didn't have them, and I didn't really share with them, so I was being selfish. And real and relative, like they said, real is something that like stays forever, and relative is something that doesn't.
Ruby.
She left right now.
Ashila, because she didn't want to say.
Nah, she'll be back in a minute or two.
Okay, so let's look at Kush did. So, Kush,
Yeah,
why you didn't want to share?
like I wanted to like finish coloring mine. So like I wanted to finish doing mine first, and then I would give them. But that's why like I wanted to do mine. I don't like want to waste time like to give to others.
Okay, let's see what will we do in this situation. Let's see.
In this case, like, I'm not too sure. Maybe color alongside with them, because yeah, that's probably it. And plus, you won't be using all of the colors at the exact same time, would you? So, like, when you're not using them, give them to some people, and when you need them, ask for them back.
Okay, let's see what can you do.
Same thing as Etsy. You'll not need all the colors at one time. Like you'll color specific things that's time. So you can use one color and share the rest, and then when you need it, you can ask for it back.
Okay, yeah, very good. So, Kush, if you were to do it again, well, how would you react?
Like I would just say like you could take any color you want, but give it back later after you're done like using it.
So you will share,
Yeah, oh sure. I wouldn't be selfish.
and so what is the term we use when we do that?
What did you say?
What is the term we use when we do that, sharing?
When you share your
Starts with a T.
yeah.
Hmm?
Mm,
Anybody? T. A.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know
That's
it.
it. That's it. TEAM.
Oh, calm.
Oh, T, yeah. T is tall. TEAM.
Or team.
Spin one. That means you want teamwork. You don't want the other person to fail, do you? Push.
The audio on my device is like so it's kind of hard to hear.
Is what?
It's kind of hard to hear you like because like I don't know, the volume is like not going that high for me.
I cannot hear you properly. Can you hear properly, Hatashwin?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
He said his audio is really.
You said what?
He said his
His
audio is really bad.
Ah, okay. So, you know, we have to apply that is done. Push, what are you doing? You guys cannot sit straight? Okay, so next time you would be a team player, right, Push?
Yeah.
Okay. Dhruvi, did you do your homework?
I didn't see the homework on the thing, so can you repeat the homework?
Why didn't you see the homework?
No, I checked it, but I didn't find like the homework. So
No, because you didn't want to do homework, right? If you really think about it, you didn't want to do
no,
my homework, so you didn't bother asking your mama phone and see what it is, right?
yeah, I did check, but I couldn't find it. So
You couldn't find in the phone?
no, I couldn't find the homework. I tried to go up, but like I didn't find it.
You didn't have time?
Rajnikata, she's saying that she checked the group chat, but she couldn't find that what the homework was on it.
I uploaded the homework today, so
Yeah, it's
they
in
didn't
our
know.
group. It has to be always posted right away.
No, this
And
week I posted it today. I didn't do it last week. I forgot. I did it like just before the satsang.
oh really? I thought it was there.
No, I uploaded in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's not there, then you should ask, right? If you want to do the homework. So, the thing is, you have to think your inner thoughts was go back and see. So you don't care about the homework. So that's why you do. Okay. Now, what does selfish mean, animal?
Pardon?
What does selfish mean?
It's when you're like not sharing. It's when you only care about yourself.
That's very important. You only care about yourself. So is there instances when you only care about yourself and not anybody else?
Yeah, if it's like life-threatening, then of course
Is what?
you'll save yourself. If it's life-threatening, then you'll definitely save yourself first. Then you'll save somebody else. Like in the airplane, they tell you if there's any like drop in oxygen levels, you first put it on you and then help the others. So
No, well, that's okay. I mean, you're trying to take care of yourself, But if there's an opportunity to help others,
yeah, like charity, then yeah.
yeah, that's it.
The time I'm selfish is on my birthday
What do you do then?
because it's my day. I was born. Let me enjoy it. I don't think about anyone else as much. Like on that day when I would think about, like on a normal day, I would think about any people a lot more. But on my birthday, I would try to think about myself a bit more.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't stop caring about people, but I would think about myself just a bit more.
okay, yeah, that makes a little bit sense. But the key thing is, if that's the case, do you listen to your parents, or that day, or you don't listen to your parents?
Oh no, on that day I would still listen to my parents. I just like would focus on myself a bit more. Like, oh, I should like, I don't know, maybe get I don't know.
So you want to be the Queen of England that day?
I don't know, like treat myself a bit better. Like I'll eat cake, I'll eat like fast food or something like that.
Yeah, but nobody's going to object to that, will it?
I don't. What did you say? I can't hear you. Sorry.
Nobody would object to
No one would.
eating cake or gouging cake. Nobody's going to object that day, right?
No one would, because
Yeah.
it would be my.
Your parents would object?
Probably not.
So, yeah, that's so fair enough. Deepak Dada,
Yeah,
we are talking about selfish. What does selfish mean? And Hatsi brought a very good point. She says, "On my birthday, I'm selfish. I don't worry about anything."
typically selfish. When someone is selfish, they don't think of others, they don't worry about others. They are only worrying about thinking about themselves. What will I get? What will I do? What is my benefit? And others, I don't care. And that is the worldview and worldly understanding of selfishness. But then when Dada talked about selfishness, he said true selfishness is such that it would not only take care of yourself, but you will take care of everyone else. And that is the true selfishness, that is the ideal selfishness. But that the reason is everything that we come across in the world is derived from the real part. The world is relative, changing, and it is derived from the real. So everything that is real, it gets reflected on the relative side also. But when it gets reflected on the relative side, it totally changes its meaning, and that is the problem. So you must become selfish, so that you are really taking care of yourself. At the same time, you take care of everyone who comes into your interaction. And others who are not coming into your interaction, you will have the highest level of prayer for them, for their freedom, for their liberation. Jai Satchidanand.
Okay, so she's like at a birthday, she is just thinking about herself. Is that normal or not normal?
Hey, come again. What is it?
For birthdays, let's see, why don't you repeat what you said on your birthday? What do you do?
On my birthday, like, because it was the day I was born, it's a special day to me. I would think about myself more than I would think about others, like just on that one day, because it's special to me. Like I
got it. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's true. But then that is very worldly way of looking at your appearance in the world. Actually speaking, you have come into this world and having got the human form, that is the highest level of human form, and with that human form, you can go to the highest level of perfection. And yes, you can think of yourself, but then that self who you see, who you identify, who you believe, is there in everyone. That I is not there in everyone. The I is there in everyone, but then I am Hetchi, I am Hitasvi, I am Meera, I am Dhruvi, I am Kush. And that is where problem comes, and it is called as ego. So someone, if you live egoistically, then you don't care of others, you will end up hurting others. In turn, you will never be at peace with yourself. And if you want to be happy, cheerful, and be blissful, then you will have to think from how Dada lived his life and showed us the path of being blissful and being perfect and getting liberated. Even while living in this relative meanful world, where everyone you will find they are very mean, they think of themselves, they worry about themselves, they don't care for others. They will talk about worrying about others, but that is not true. At heart, they are only thinking about themselves. Whereas with the way Dada has lived, he has showed us the path, how you live heartily with yourself and everyone else. Head will always make you separate from others, whereas heart will make you one with others. So just imagine, being one with everyone is good, or being separate from all is good. And with this understanding, we easily get convinced. At the same time, we end up resolving ourselves that how would be my life? I will live with oneness with all. And I want to be happy. Everyone wants to be happy. That's how we say the happiness is the goal of life. And true happiness can come only with this way of living through heart. It is very interesting. People may think that if you live by your heart, then others will bother you, they will hurt you. No. See, I give you an example. Your mother, typically everyone's mother, I will not say your mother, typically every mother lives with this understanding, but in relation with her kids only. Because there is a very divine connection between mother and children. Exceptions are there, we don't want to talk about exception. But that is the reason every child always thinks of her mother first, then anyone else in the world. Isn't that so? At times, mothers are harsh, no doubt. But why are they harsh? They want you to be perfect. This world is like a big ocean. There are every kind of animal around. So if you live the way we are living, you will end up in a big mess. Don't you think so? Yeah. So that's how, when Dada taught us this, he said, he is the divine mother of every living being on this earth. That won't happen overnight, but keeping that as a goal, it will definitely happen. Because heart, just imagine, see, without any background, what is the capacity of heart? And what is the capacity of head? Can head accommodate everyone? Can heart accommodate everyone? See, without having any pre-knowledge or background, you are saying so confidently. What is that? Because we have a heart and we are living by our heart. So as much we live by our heart, you will be happy, you will be blissful, and whoever who comes in your interaction, in your surrounding, they will feel happy and blissful and cheerful, which we want. And because of those negative vibrations that goes on in our mind of meanness, selfishness, not as said and defined by Dada Bhagwan, but as how the world has seen, no two individuals can get along. There are so many ifs and buts. Do you understand what is ifs and buts? Too many conditions. That I'll be with you if this is this, but if not this, then. Don't you experience that? For that you don't need any age. That is what we are living. What do you think? You may not comprehend the thing at this moment, but your heart, doesn't it say that's the right path? That's the right way of living? No matter. You may not understand. You may not be able to make a resolution today, but then back of your mind, you will definitely think that probably that is the right way. And how, like, what was the loss which Dada incurred by living by heart? What did he lose? Do you think he lost anything? Did he lose anything? He could win the heart of everyone. Everyone is thinking of him. What is the reason? Because he lived by his heart. That is the true selfishness.
Deepakanandji, what is living by heart mean? Does anybody know? Anybody knows that? Let's see.
I think the difference is like when you're living by heart, you're not judging someone by, like, let's say how they look or what their first impression is. It's like living by heart is like understanding them after some time, and like living by head is making impressions in your own head, and living by heart is just accepting them initially. I think that's the main difference. In living by head, you like come up with stereotypes and like judgmental things. However, in living by heart, you just accept them instantly.
Very good. That's it.
I agree with Hetzi. Like, if you live by heart, you're less likely to hurt them because you already know what they do, and like you just accept them the way they are. So if you think by head, then you're most likely to make judgments that are like basically mostly wrong, and then you might hurt them.
Very good. Kush?
I don't really know what it means.
Deepak Dada explained to you already, right? Deepak Dada?
Yeah, probably He could not pay attention. Never mind, it happens. When too many people are sitting together, at times you are not able to pay proper attention. But never mind. See, just imagine if your mother thinks about herself only, can she ever take care of the family?
No.
See, this is what very obvious understanding. And if she is judgmental every other moment, then how irritated you would feel every time you deal with her.
Very.
Do you understand? But she is not judgmental. She knows, she knows your weaknesses, but she lives in such a way that you'll be able to fight your weaknesses. You'll be able to come out of your weaknesses. That's how she deals with you. She just doesn't say, you're like this, you're like that, you're good for nothing, useless guy. No. In fact, wherever you are wrong, you're negative, she says, see, you are so much good in this, you're good in that. Why don't you try this? Do you understand? So
Yeah.
that is true selfishness. But as mother deals with children and the family, in the same way, we have to deal with everyone. Eventually, we have to learn to deal with everyone in this manner by our heart. Just imagine, head finally wins or heart wins. What is it?
Heart. Heart.
See, that's what. And when you're living by heart, you'll always be happy and cheerful. No, like these, no, nothing of that sort will not come. Just imagine when you're mad, you're very irritated, and at that time someone takes your photo, how would it look like? Terrible.
It wouldn't look good.
Huh?
It wouldn't look good.
Yes. And everyone wants to look good, because everyone wants to be good, but not at the cost of others. But that is head. So it is said, what you give, you get. Have you heard that? So hate will never allow you to give. Hate will see the return first and then it will give. Then it will allow you to give. Whereas heart will not think of the return, because heart knows that the moment I start giving, I will start getting it. Head doesn't trust anyone. And heart is such, it trusts everybody's heart also. But if you live by heart, then it will reach the other person's heart. But if you live by head, it will reach the other person's head. So then you are in trouble. Don't you think so?
Okay.
Dramatic display of aggression, dislike, or selfishness is fine. Dramatic display, you understand? In situation where the situation demands, then dramatic way of display of such thing is necessary, but not at your heart. At your heart, you don't support that, because the world is like an ocean. I give you an example. There are puppies around, especially in India, you find them very easily. So in our temple, there was one puppy, and it was not very healthy. So everyone in the office area, where we have our office, you have seen, you come here. So in the office area, they will feed that puppy with milk and biscuits and whatnot. But if the puppy is going now, because everyone is feeding the kid, the puppy, what is happening? It finds it very easy to come and go. It feels quite confident that nobody is going to hurt me. But still, if someone keeps staring at the puppy for a while, then it starts. What does that mean? Then if someone goes close to the puppy, then it starts barking. What does that mean? Etchi, are you there? Did you
Sorry,
hear?
I had to go for a minute. I didn't hear what you said.
So it's like everybody was feeding that puppy, and sometimes if it is there just standing there and someone starts looking at her and it doesn't, I mean, you just keep staring at the puppy, it starts burring. Brr, brr. Now what is that? And if you try to go close to the puppy, then it really goes mad. Start barking. What does that mean?
It means the puppy's angry at you. Like,
Oh, that's what it is teaching you, the way of life. You are good, you're nice, but if someone comes close to you, then you have to you dramatize your anger. Don't come close because you don't know why the person is coming close to you. Do you understand?
Yep.
And when you are confident to your friend, that's fine. But any stranger coming close within your, what do you say, your safe area, then don't you have to be alert? What? So that doesn't mean that you are selfish that way. But this is the way of life. So you have to make the other person understand that keep distance. What is wrong in it? Anything wrong? You're not violent. You're not violent. So it is, if you bite someone, then it is called violence. But if you bark at someone, then they will naturally keep distance. What it means, it tries to say, don't take me for granted. And further, don't try to mess around with me. Do you understand? That's what. That's what. Right? Who is this Priyansh? Sure.
Okay.
Right? So that's what.
Okay. So for the homework, we have done enough for column Code of Conduct 1 and 2. So we go 3 and 4. Okay.
You all know, remember what is 3 and 4? Dehdhari Updeshak Sadhu Sadhuya Acharya, Avarnavada Prada Vinay, and 4th is Abhav Tiraskar, dislike and hatred towards anyone. Right?
Yeah.
Fine.
For that, you use your example is your parents and teachers. Okay. Well, number 3 is parents and teacher, and number 4 is everybody. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Push and Dhruv, do 3 mantra and we'll follow you.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo
Namo
Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Nizayanam.
Namo
Namo
Vasayanam.
Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Savasakunam.
Namo
Namo
Loe Savasakunam.
Eso Panchanamukaram.
Exo
Panchanamukkaro.
Savapavak Panasano.
Panasano.
Malalam Chasavesim.
Mangalam Chasavesim.
Padamam Vai Mangalam.
Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Namah
Shivaya.